times. I've hated my eyes to the point where I just like, I wish I had different eyes. And today I wanted to make a video that's quite personal to me, but I also think it's something that I really wanted to share. And I've wanted to share it since I started this channel like a week ago. But it is something that's on my heart to share, and I feel like it will help a lot of people. So I think I mentioned this in my 20 facts video. If you want to check that out, it's above here somewhere. But I am visually impaired, and I have a condition that's called nystagmus. I've had it since I was born, and I'll just explain to you what nystagmus is with a good old Google search. So nystagmus is a vision condition in which the eyes make repetitive, uncontrolled movements. These movements often result in reduced vision and depth perception and can affect balance and coordination. These involuntary eye movements can occur from side to side, up and down, or in a circular pattern. My nystagmus, I don't know if you can see it if I get really close up. My eyes apparently move left to right, side to side. I can't see it, other people can, and it does affect my vision very badly. I have very low vision. I'm actually registered blind, even though I am not blind. I have sight, but it's not great. It's very blurry. I've had it since I was born, very little. And it's also it's to do with I have albinism, which is in my eyes. Albinism is a whole different issue, which I don't even know how to explain. Honestly, it's very weird when you live it. When you live with these sorts of things, you don't really think too much about them. It's just your life. But I've had it my whole life, and it sometimes it can be a little bit frustrating. Because my vision is not great, I've had to have corrective eye glasses and sorts, and at school I always had to have a support teacher. Things were always made in large print for me, like anything that was on a paper. I'd always have to sit at the front of the class, which I don't think anybody likes to do. And I just always felt a bit different because of it. And it affected me more when I was probably in my teenage years more than anything. When I was very young, you don't have inhibitions as a kid. Everyone treats everyone the same, hopefully. My school was very good like that. My primary school, which is, from when you're like 6 to like 11 years old, they were very supportive, and I had a support teacher with me at all times to help me. Nobody really questioned it. They were used to me. I had the same people in my classes all the time. Some people sometimes would be quite mean about it though. They'd be like, "Why are you cross-eyed?" or "Oh, your eyes are really weird." And they'd like do this annoying thing where they'd put something really close up to my eyes, like, "Can you see this?" And I'm like, "Yes, I can." Well, actually, no, I can't, because no one's going to be able to see something when it's that close to their face. Like, really. But I know that they never meant any harm by it. They were just curious, and kids don't really know how to express their curiosity in ways that wouldn't hurt someone's feelings. But it did make me feel different, and I'm already quite shy as it is. But to know that I have this condition, and I was really nervous about putting up videos here as well, because I know that someone out there is going to judge me on it. They're going to comment on it. I'm ready for it. And it shouldn't have to be that way, but it is. And I think that we should just know that people with disabilities, my disability does stop me in some ways, and it annoys me because I'm a really ambitious person. I want to do well with my life. I've done a lot of things that a lot of people haven't, which is really amazing. And trust me, if you are disabled, you can do just as much as anyone else can. you may not be able to do all the same things as they can. I'm not going to tell you you can do anything you want, because I cannot be a pilot if I cannot see. I am going to kill everyone if that's the case. I cannot drive. I will never be able to drive because I can't even see. Okay, like, there behind me, um, behind me over here, I can't even see where I'm pointing. Ah, right there. Okay, behind me, you can probably see a picture of Nymphadora Tonks from Harry Potter. If I were to look back there right now, the only reason I know that it's there is because I know my room. I can't see any of it. She's a blur to me right now. So that's how bad my vision is. It's really not that far away from me, but I can't see. I can't see my guitar clearly. I can't see the frets or the headboard. I can just make out the outline. So, as you can probably imagine, it's very hard to go places on your own when you've got nystagmus, visual impairments. It's very hard to do that. You can't go anywhere on a whim, sorry. You can't do that. You have to always plan things. And if you do want to just go out with your friends to a place that you've never been before, it's difficult. I get scared going in taxis because I'm just like, what if they don't know where they're going and I can't direct them because I can't see? Things like that. It really gets me down. It's the small things that get me down. I've sailed a yacht before. I've climbed a cliff before. I've abseiled down a cliff before. I've done some crazy stuff. I've done archery. I don't know how because I couldn't see the target, but apparently I did quite well at it. And yet, it's the small things that really keep me down sometimes. But I just want to let everyone who has a disability know that there are ways around it. And if you have good friends and good family that understand, then it will be okay. There are ways around it. I've had jobs. I'm in my second job now. I didn't think I would find something that I could do because I don't know what I can do with my limited vision, but I've done it. And if you feel like you're limited because of any disability you've got, just know there are ways, and there are people who are willing to help you get through that and figure out ways to do what you want to do. In my life, I've had difficult times, and sometimes my vision really was part of the difficult times. Why can't they be normal? Why can't I look normal? But what is normal? There is no normal because no one's normal and everyone has a disability. Some people aren't so great at maths. It does not click with them. Some people can't do woodwork. It's still a disability. You can't do it. You can't do it. Like, some people, everybody has something that they can't do. And instead of letting that dictate your life, you have to work ways around it. And sometimes it's difficult because the world around you does not want to help you find ways around it. Like, they want to adapt things for you. Unfortunately, that's life too. But I just want you to know that it's not all hopeless. I've had to work through this. I'm still working through this, and once I get the comments coming in about my sight, it will hurt, but I won't let it bother me because I can't help the way I was born. It's helped me out in a lot of ways. My hearing is exceptional because of the lack of sight. It's kind of I can't even think of the word. It's like it's replaced it. It's helped. In place of my eyesight, I now have great hearing. I can pick out like the most intricate melodies of a 70-piece orchestra score. Like, if I listen to the Harry Potter soundtrack now, or any John Williams or any kind of soundtrack now, I could pick out the tiniest little phrase and be able to hum it, probably figure out the entire thing because of the fact that it's heightened. My other senses have come into play more, especially my hearing, like I said. You probably have something else, like maybe you just have this talent that no one else has, and they won't have it because they're not you and they're not built like you. I was meant to be this way. It's not great sometimes, and I hate it sometimes, I'm not gonna lie. But if I wasn't like this, I wouldn't probably be me. It's a very big part of me. I don't let it define me, but it's a big part of who I am. And I really just wanted to put this video out there to let people know that they can be who they are too. The world won't always agree with it or accommodate it, but you just have to accept that's going to be a thing, and do you anyway. Be brave. And that's all I wanted to say about this topic. If there's anything else you'd want to know about this topic, please let me know in the comments. If you have any questions, I'd gladly do a Q&A about my nystagmus or the albinism in my eyes, because I feel like it's good to have the awareness brought up for this sort of thing. And I mean, if you enjoyed this video, it's a bit of a random one. It's not what I would usually do, but if you enjoyed this video and you want to see something like this again, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you feel that you want to. If you enjoy any of my other videos, I have 2 other ones which are completely different to this. Please subscribe if you like. Share this with anyone you feel needs this to be shared with. And thank you so much again for watching me ramble about my disability. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Goodbye.